What is up, everybody? Bob Lopez here at Carson Ridge Disc Golf Park Stadium Course out in Carson City, Nevada. You may be thinking, that's not Camps Connie, that's not Whitewater, and you'd be right about that. I don't live there anymore. So, we're going to do a little preview of the Carson Ridge Disc Golf Course today. Starting off on hole 1, 251 feet, going with the Stasis. Came out a little bit early, faded to the left, but it's going to give us a putt. I forgot my microphones back home, so I'm not going to have the microphones for this one, but we're in the booth doing a voiceover, banging the first putt, starting one down through one. It's a good start. Hole 2, 438, going with the Halo here. I also have lost all of my strikes and Pharaohs, so I don't have any real distance drivers anymore that I'm in love with, but the Halo goes pretty straight and goes decently far, probably about 420 on a full rip. Got about pin high there, but have the big old bush in the way, so we're going over the top with the Koi, seeing if we can give it a little run. Just behind the basket, didn't really expect to make it, but that one almost lifted on me. But one down through two, hole 3, 171 foot par 3, going Stasis forehand here, is trying to flick it over into the middle of all the bushes. Comes out early, should still give us a putt though. It's very windy and didn't bring any water, which is not the best idea in the desert, but that'll come into play later. Hole 4, 272 foot par 3, going with the Stasis again. Going right at it. Oh, right over the top of it, which is not the best move. You can see I've faded down all the way through the trees there. Didn't really have a great putt, gave it a better run than I wanted to tap in the par. Hole 5, 297 foot par 3, going with the proxy turnover, trying to get it turned over towards the basket. And that one I thought came out a little bit late and was overturned, but it actually was just parked right next to the basket. I think it caught the tree there and just sat. This one, hole 6, 232 foot par 3, is real scary. Drops off crazy behind the basket, and this one came out a little bit right of where I wanted it, but ended up sitting in a bush about 3 feet away from the basket, so I got pretty lucky there. Take the birdie down to go 3 down through 6. Hole 7, 411 foot par 3. Going with the Wraith here. I was trying to put it up high and just giving it time to fade, but I threw it pretty flat. Does start to fade and catches the only thing out there that's going to give me absolutely no look at the basket. So, tough to even get to here. I was trying to step back and see if I could go up and around it, but the wind was carrying right to left, so I wasn't sure how far it was going to carry. So I'm trying to look if I can go through the branches here and try to get a putt at the basket. I'm still about 80 feet away. If I just pump fake enough times, maybe the tree will get caught off guard when I actually throw it. Made it through the gap clean. Pretty happy with that, but left it pretty short. Got about a 25 footer here in the wind. See the flag on top of the basket just ripping right to left. Good putt there though, save the par. Hole 8, 267 foot par 3. Going with the turnover. Trying to anyway with the range. We are at almost 5,000 feet of elevation, so I'm still learning how the discs are flying, and it's kind of weird. My drivers seem to be more stable, but my putters for the most part don't seem to be that affected, so still trying to figure it out. The range there didn't turn how I thought it was going to. A little bit outside the circle, almost rang it up. Tap in the par though. Hole 9, 288 foot par 3. Just gonna go right at this one. Going with the proxy. Trying to give it a little bit of air to try to get it to turn. And it just came out a little bit early, but really good snap on it. I think you can hear it there. Ended up almost pin high, just short, about 30 feet left. And the wind is absolutely smoking this one right to left. Dropped it right in the pro side there. Really good putt. Felt really happy with that one. Now this one, 512 feet on the par 3. A little bit ridiculous. Thrown into a headwind, and there's a Mando left of the pole, so you have to throw a turnover. Going with the Wild Honey, and it's just a foot too low. If it was a foot higher, it would have been great. Now I got some awkward footing here. There's a rock and a little drop off right in front of the disc. So I was trying to throw a big turnover with the Wraith. Grip locked it, threw it straight into another tree. Now I got this lie from 300 feet out, trying to go reactor, put it up in the wind and let the wind take it. But you can see the flag there is kind of down right now. Put it out a little bit too wide and dropped it, and I'm going to have absolutely no putt from there. Tried to go up and around up the left side with any putt, almost dropped it in. Not quite though. Double bogey, back to 2 down. Hole 11, 294 foot par 3. I have no idea where the basket is right now, so I just kind of threw it out there, and I figured it was over there somewhere, but went a little bit deep, got about a 50-foot comebacker here. It was actually pretty close. I threw it where I wanted to, so I'm not terribly upset with the look that we got there, but hung it out a little bit too wide, tapping the par there. On to hole 12, 158-foot par 3, but it's an island, and I don't really know. The wind is pushing left to right here, so I'm trying to go range turnover. Left it up a little bit too high, didn't give it enough turn, got knocked down. Outside the island, got a drop zone putt from about 40, maybe 45, just off the right cage. Sat on the rocks. I don't know if that's technically in bounds or not, but we played it, so bogey that one. Here we're going with a range, hole 13, 238, just trying to go right at it, see if we can ring this one up. Nice turn that we're looking for there. Caught the last tree branch. I think it was going to be just over the top of it, but man, it looked good. Good birdie still. Tree branch kept it close. Hole 14, 224-foot par 3. Going with the A3, trying to put it up high and let it fade over. I thought it came out a little bit early, but seemed like it went pretty well. It was going right at the basket. It's about 10 feet deep. Have this on the straddle to get away from the bush, and the wind is pushing left to right for me here, so I'm gonna put it on hyzer, and I'm thinking it's gonna drop. It just doesn't. Put it right into the band. Maybe too close to get the drop, but unfortunate. Hole 15, 243-foot par 3, and this one I made a huge mistake on. I thought I threw it really well, and I didn't know until I got up there that deep left of the basket is just a cliff. So faded all the way down there. You can see me down there at the bottom of the screen. I got about probably 100 feet just pitching up with a putter, tapping in the par. Not the end of the world. This one I am mad about. Hole 16, I'm like dying right now. No water, like I said. Haven't eaten in like 6 hours. It's 95 degrees. The T-sign and U-disc said that this was 320 feet. I ranged this shot. I threw it 327 feet right at the basket. I thought I aced it. I still had like 60 feet left. It was actually like 380. I was so mad. Hung that one up in the wind. Not good. Landed right in a spider web as well, so that was gross. Hole 17 though, 216-foot par 3. Just trying to go a big turnover with the Zone SS around the bush right in front of the basket, but I also have to get it up in front of the bush that's right in front of the tee pad. So grip locked it a little bit, pulled it a little bit too far to the right, but it was safe, so I was pretty happy with it. Left me with about a 50-foot death putt here, so I'm just trying to give it a little bid with the Annie putt, but wind was smoking right to left and just completely dropped it. Right in front of the basket though. Hole 18, 314-foot par 3. Also have no idea where the basket is on this one. Found out I'm kind of covering it the whole time. It's over to the right there, but I'm just taking my eagle and trying to hang it out wide to the right, and I did, but faded a little bit too far left, put out a little bit too high. Had a hard time finding this one, especially in the state that I was in, but got to it. Eventually found it after going back to the car for a little water. Pitched up there, tried to give it a run, left it about 5 feet short. Tap in the par to shoot 2 down, breaking the goal of even. So I was pretty happy with it, but obviously left a few strokes out there. It was 210 rated on UDIS, so it was pretty good, but this is one of the holes that I would like to get. I was trying to figure out, so I threw my range first, and then I was trying to figure out what I could do here to make it easy to hit the island, and I didn't really come up with anything great, but I think these last 2 shots that I'm going to have here were the best chances of just whipping a forehand right at it here with the sled, and then with the proxy after this. But pretty good course, not super cart friendly. It was pretty tough lugging the cart all the way around, but it was doable. I think it'd be great if it was a little bit cooler, but thanks everybody for watching, and bop off.